All right, everybody. This is Chazz Says Anything, Week 18 NFL picks and college, and we're also picking the college national championship picks. If you like what you see or hear, please click the subscribe button on the bottom right-hand corner, right there. No, over here, whatever, on the bottom right-hand corner. Okay. So these are my two guests. I think you know them from a couple of weeks ago. This is Aiden. This is Hunter. Say hi, guys.
Hi.
All right. So we're going to go to the Week 18 picks. Before that, though, we're going to do little things to watch with the Giants and Eagles that I just saw on Giants.com. Matt Sitak wrote a little article. So got an injury report, which I don't know how live it is or how current it is. I'm going to share the screen. We're going to go live and show the injury report. There we go. So out for the Giants, Azeez Alari. He's got an ankle issue. And also our DT Leonard Williams, who's been out for a little bit too. Doubtful is Adoree Jackson with his knee. And questionable is center John Feliciano. That could be a big problem if the Giants having a backup center starting. For the Eagles, who's out. Now we got to pay attention to this. Sean Bradley, linebacker, with his wrist. Lane Johnson is the offensive tackle with his groin. Cornerback Avonte Maddox, his toe. Defensive end Janaris Robinson, his ankle. And defensive end Josh Sweat, his neck. And questionable is your quarterback, Jalen Hurts. So let's go a little farther. He writes, oh, no, that's not what I wanted to say. Up here, all-time series. So Sunday's game will be the 182nd time we meet. You know who's got the most wins between the Eagles and the Giants? Can you guess?
Eagles?
Aiden's right. It's the Eagles. Eagles have a slight 91 and 88 record over the Giants in their all-time series. So after all that, get rid of this. Okay. We'll go to the picks. Now, to recap, last time the boys were on, I went 3-2, Aiden went 3-2, and Hunter went 2-3. So I think Hunter wants to get a little revenge this week. We got 7 games and a national pick and a college national pick we're gonna do. So let's go to the new one. Okay. Giants at Philly. I think we need to have the away team pick first, and the away fan, which would be Hunter. Hunter, who are you picking?
Eagles.
You're picking the Eagles to win. Oh wow. Aiden is picking. I mean, Hunter is picking the Eagles.
I think they're going to win.
You think they're going to win? Okay. That hurt a little, but okay. Philly. Okay, Aiden.
Eagles.
I'm not surprised with that. And you know what? Just to be a little different, and we're not going to see the game because I'm going to be taking you home when the game's going on. I'm going to go Giants. I think both teams are not going to have most of their starters playing most of the game. I think the Giants have a better second shift guys. You know, the second team guys. They're really Daddy believes that they're better, and Philly's hurt. You know, that offensive line is hurt, and I think we got some good guys on defense, and I think we're gonna bum rush the Eagles at least a little bit. So I'm gonna pick the Giants. I think they're gonna win. I'm even gonna say probably 24 or 21. So that's just my pick. All right.
Tell us who wins.
Huh?
Tell us who
Oh, of
wins.
course I'll tell you who wins. Absolutely. Okay, next game. We do have a lot of friends and family members that are Jets fans. So it's Jets at Miami. Jets are out of the playoffs. Miami's trying to get in. but Miami has a backup quarterback. All right, Hunter, who is it? New York Jets or Miami?
Miami.
Miami. Okay, Miami. Aiden.
Jets.
Wow, you're gonna make Aunt Mary very happy. New York Jets. Okay. For me, Jets are tough. They're very tough. And Miami, like I said, they have their third backup quarterback who's starting, and they need this game. So my thoughts, I'm gonna go Miami. In part because they need this game. Okay, I mean that's what Daddy's thinking, and that's gonna be probably a low scoring game. The Jets haven't been really tough. Their defense is tough. So I'm thinking it's probably going to be like a 17-14 game, and Miami's going to pull it out. Okay? So next game, we're going to do both games today. So you can watch it if we had the chance. Okay? First game, Kansas City at Las Vegas. Kansas City needs to win this game. Vegas is pretty much out of the playoffs. But when a team is out of the playoffs, they tend to play their harder than they usually do. Because they're doing it for contracts for next year. So, Hunter, let's go you first. Kansas City at Las Vegas.
Kansas City.
Kansas City. Okay. Aiden.
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas. Do you know where Las Vegas is?
No.
Okay, just figured I'd ask. All right, Las Vegas. I'm going to go, and I think they're going to actually not. Mahomes isn't going to play very long. He's the quarterback for the Kansas City Chiefs. I'm still going to go Kansas City. I don't have faith in Las Vegas, but I've been proven wrong before. I'm not done very well with my picks other than 2 weeks ago. So actually last week I only had 3 losses, but still, if most of the year Daddy hasn't picked very well. I'm going to go KC. All right, Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville's a tough team. They've played a lot of teams tough this year, especially near the end of the year. And Tennessee, they're on their backup quarterback. But even though they have the best running back out of everybody, you know what a running back is, right? He's the guy that runs with the ball behind the quarterback. Okay, that's the running back. Tennessee's got the best one out of the whole NFL. Hunter, you're losing your shot. Stay right there. There you go. So, like Tennessee's been having a rough second half of the year, but Jacksonville's been having a good one. On that, what do you think, Hunter?
Jacksonville.
Jacksonville?
Is it because your friend is Jackson?
That's a pretty funny take there. It's because your friend is Jackson. Well, maybe if Jackson watches, he'll see this. You have to talk to Jackson's mom to get it on. Go on YouTube. Okay. All right. Aiden, who's your pick? Tennessee at Jacksonville. Jacksonville. Well, I think we're going to go unanimous on this one because I agree. Jacksonville has a better team. They got a better coach. And now, you know what? They don't have a better coach. Both coaches are pretty good, but the coach for Jacksonville has linked in with his quarterback. They're almost one and the same. They know what they're doing, and I'm going to go Jacksonville too. Okay. Next game, we got New England Patriots at the Buffalo Bills. Now, you don't know because I'm not sure if you were paying attention last week. Buffalo Bills did not play their game. They had to cancel it, okay, which has never happened before. But they're in a little bit of turmoil, but they also need this game. They want to try to compete, okay? New England, they've been good. This is an in-division game, as most of these are in-division games. And New England wants to kind of ruin the day for Buffalo, but Buffalo really needs this game. Okay. So let's go, Hunter. What do you think? Buffalo? I think you got every home team. No, you don't. Okay. Buffalo. Oops. All right, Aiden, who do you think?
Buffalo.
Buffalo. And I will complete the 3 and say Buffalo as well. I think they are going to get this, and it's going to be pretty easy. Josh Allen will be out pretty quickly. The defense will be enough and be focused enough to play this game, and they're going to win. I'm thinking 27-20. So that's what I think on that. Okay, game 6. LA Rams at the Seattle Seahawks. So this is a late game on Sunday. Okay. LA Rams, they're the Super Bowl champs who have not been doing good this year. Okay, they got a couple of good guys on their team, and they actually have had a couple of surprise wins over the last 3 weeks. Seattle has been pretty good all year, but they need this game to get into the playoffs. Let's go Hunter first. Who?
Seattle.
Seattle? Okay. Aiden.
Seattle.
Seattle. And trying to remember who I picked. I'm almost positive. I did also pick Seattle. Because for all intents and purposes, I think they're the ones that are going into the playoffs. You know, they have a strong enough team, and they're home, 12th man. The Seattle fans, their nickname is the 12th man. Okay, because you don't have 11 men on a field at one time. The fans in that stadium are tremendously loud. Like, they're probably one of the top 2 loudest stadiums in the country. They're a pretty intense field over there in Seattle. So, okay, last game of the NFL regular season, which it will be tomorrow night at 8:00 or 8:20, is Detroit Lions at the Green Bay Packers. Now, do you know where Green Bay is? Do you know where Wisconsin is?
No.
Okay. Well, you live in Pennsylvania, and you think it's cold there. Yeah. Wisconsin is cold. It's colder than you. It's north and west of you. Okay. Green Bay can get really cold very quickly, and it's not easy to play in the cold weather. Only Eli Manning has really done very well, but Daddy's being biased on that. So Detroit, they got to go play. They got to try to beat Green Bay, and for them to possibly get in the playoffs if Seattle loses. Same with Green Bay. If Green Bay wins and Seattle loses, they win. They go in. So this game is the biggest game if Seattle loses. And someone can tell me if I'm wrong if Seattle wins. I think someone told me at work that Green Bay would win either way. I don't know. I'm going to say a word that you don't know. There's a lot of machinations of, every possible scenario that just doesn't, it's hard to figure out until it actually happens. So I really think that's why I think that Detroit, and Green Bay is going to be a bigger game than everybody thinks, even if Seattle wins. So that being the case, and everything I just said, Hunter, what's your pick?
Mine is not Green Bay.
Not Green Bay. You want Detroit?
Yeah.
Okay, you're going to go Detroit. So you like the Lions. Spell Detroit. Okay, Aiden.
Green Bay.
Green Bay going against your brother. Okay. This one was tough for me. I had Green Bay fans at work that were kind of trying to convince me in their own way that Green Bay is better than Detroit. I know what I've seen with Detroit. I know how they play. I saw how they played against the Giants. You want to stand the shot? So it was hard to do this because I'm not an Aaron Rodgers fan, but I'm going Green Bay. I just think he's gonna somehow, especially after what he did last week, with with the throwing one and rushing for one, which he never runs. And so I just think that they're gonna figure it out, and he's does better at. He's probably one of the better quarterbacks that plays at night than anybody that we've seen in the last 20 years, other than maybe Patrick Mahomes. So I'm gonna go Green Bay. All right, we got one more game. It's the college game. Okay, so we got it's a team called TCU, Texas Christian University. Okay, they beat Michigan last week in a very good game against Georgia, who at the last minute won the game against number 4 Ohio State when Ohio State missed the field goal to try to win the game. So that's how both these teams got in to this national championship. So I'll give you TCU's name. You're out of the shot. Come on. All right. TCU, their mascot is the Horned Frogs. Georgia is a bulldog. And Georgia's number 1, TCU is number 3. That's about as much as I can give you there. So Aiden, since you've been going last the whole time for NFL for this week, I'll give you the first nod for college. Who's your pick, TCU or Georgia?
Georgia.
Hunter.
TCU.
Going the upset. Now I watched both games last week. Okay, I didn't get to talk about it too much. There was a lot of other things going on this week. So what I'll say about the TCU Michigan matchup, Michigan really they hit a wall with this TCU team. They could not figure out. I think his name is Connor, the quarterback for TCU. TCU just ran. He threw for so many yards. He was all over the place. He's the stud that apparently ESPN was promoting when they were doing all these takes on all these different quarterbacks for all the different teams, and TCU really showed themselves. Georgia, on the other hand, it was a back and forth game for the entire game. And you want to hear something funny? You know when this game ended? You were you watching the ball drop at midnight on December 31st?
We missed it.
You missed it. So but you were awake for it, right?
Yeah.
So at the same time that the ball was dropping, the Ohio State and Michigan and Georgia game was still going on. It was just finishing. The kick was being made as the ball was dropping. So at my house, and I'm sure at other houses who were watching football and then watching the ball, were going back and forth, watching this. Maybe some people have split TV. They were lucky they could see both. But I was flipping back and forth. I had to make sure what was going on. It ended up they missed the kick. Ohio State missed the kick. Georgia wins the game. I really think this is going to be a Cinderella story. I think TCU has what it takes to win this year. I've heard a lot about this kid, heard a lot about this team, and TCU's beat some pretty good teams in the SEC. So I think they're in the SEC. I apologize if they're not. I'm going to go TCU. I've been wrong before, but hopefully I'm not. But we'll see what's going on. So I'm going to share this screen. Share. Okay. So we're going to see. This is the list. We are the same here. Okay. But everywhere else, we seem to be a little different. So this should be an interesting week to figure out who's going to do what. Right?
I except for 3 of them.
That's okay. Well, 2. Is it 2 or 3? Oh, it's 3. You're absolutely right. There's 3 games that were all the same. So we'll see what happens. Okay, and I didn't even do that. That was silly of me. Okay. Yeah. So we're gonna keep it at that. Okay. And I'll go over this on Monday. Everybody, Monday will be my new time to do a podcast. It's going to be on at 8:00. Okay, I'll have it up in a little bit. But yeah, so Chazz says anything will actually start at 8:00 on Monday now, where there's no Monday Night Football. All right. One other thing I want to do for me, Super Bowl boxes. Let me get this off. Okay. So as a self-promotion, I actually have, and I am running, I've done this for years, Super Bowl boxes, $5, $10, $20. I got a bunch. I've sold a lot already. So if you want in, email me at chazzroyalty at chazzroyalty@gmail.com. I'll try to put that up once I end the broadcast so you guys can see it. Like I said, it's $5, $10, and $20. They're going fast and furious. Text me, email me. With this weekend where I don't see anybody, if you want in, I know I've already emailed some people. I'm gonna do more emails as I go this weekend. All right. So I guess that's it. All right. Everybody want to say goodbye?
Bye.
Bye. We'll see you soon. I'll see you guys on Monday. Take care.
What about us?